Everyone, Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is the 31st of May. It's a Sunday here in the States, and if you're in Australia or on the other side of the world, it's Monday, June 1st. The moon starts the day in Virgo. It's a little windy here today. I hope you can, I actually hope you can hear me. And then shifts into Libra. A lot of tumult here in the United States between COVID and, of course, now what's going on in Minneapolis with the death of yet another black man at the hands of police for, I guess the story is, and I could be wrong, but this is what I heard, that he was trying to use a counterfeit $20 bill. Okay, well, that's not that's not good enough to have to kill somebody, of course. But of course we know that's not what it's about here. And so we're in this place. There's a lot of planets in Pisces right now. Mars, Ceres, the goddess, the mother goddess, the goddess who grieves over the loss of her child. And I think, and then of course Neptune there. I think that's kind of what's going on here. We're grieving for yet another loss of a child. You know, a child of God, a child of some mother. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And then of course, pile up the whole COVID thing and the craziness with that. But it is sort of reflected in the stars. But the one thing I want to say is with the Virgo moon and now the Libra moon, it's a little bit... Now, I haven't been watching the news, so I'm saying this without having any information per se, but just simply going by the astrology. Libra moons are mostly concerned with keeping the peace. And so perhaps some of these things will, not that we can't, we definitely need to have our voices heard, but all this sort of looting stuff and all of that is, I understand why it happens, but, people do take advantage when they can, so we can't be naive about that, but we also can't say, oh, they're rioting, so there's no, they have no right to, so everything they're saying doesn't count. That's untrue as well. And I've seen that and heard that as well. But the Libra moon does hopefully allow us to see both sides of the situation, sort of both ends of the spectrum. And I did see a video of people in Minneapolis going to the neighborhoods that were that the riots were happening in and the looting was happening in, and everybody bringing a broom and pitching in to clean up and help the people whose businesses were destroyed. And that's the energy, and that's the promise, really, of America. So yeah, it's good. We see that too. You see all parts of it. While the moon is still in Virgo, it goes out about, I think, 10:30 in the morning. It goes into Libra, give or take a few minutes. But when it's still in Virgo, it does make a trine to both Pluto and Jupiter. This brings a flow of energy, both, us working together as a society, but also the flow of energy for change. And then right before the moon moves into Libra, it does make a square to its own node. And so when that happens, we're sort of stuck between, the moon is sort of halfway between its future and its past. And so we get an opportunity to sort of see that. And in that case, the South Node in Sagittarius asks us, what beliefs do we need to let go of? What beliefs no longer serve us? And the North Node in Gemini asks us, what information do we need to gather? Gemini is a communication sign, and we need to talk to one another. Both sides of the issue we need to sit down and we need to talk to one another, and that's not going to be easy. But we need that cooperation, and that's what the nodes really are requiring us to do. And we do have 18 months to do that, so it's not like we have to get it all done today, but still we do need to go in that direction. So the astrology indicates us talking about it, and not talking at each other, but talking with one another and listening. Let's see if there's anything else I want to mention. It's very bright, so it's hard to see. Yes, once the moon moves into Libra, it does make a supportive trine to Saturn. And that's good. That's an opportunity for us to sort of sit down and talk about it and create the structures necessary for the conversation. And the conversation definitely needs to be had. Then around 5 in the evening, anyway, here on the East Coast, the moon does make a square to Cancer. Cancer is in, Gemini, no, sorry guys, makes a square to Mercury, which is in Cancer. Thank you. And that's again communication, but heartfelt communication. Hey, Boo Boo Bear. Look, he's doing pretty good, right? He was doing really bad last night. He couldn't really walk at all. So it seems like at the end of the day he's a lot more tired. But